Hey there, I'm Christy Iris, and I collaborate with conscious creatives to connect home and soul through a process I call Fizzome. We Fizzome our home. We can even fizz our biz. And I was journaling this morning because I was feeling really blocked about my next class, and I really feel called to do a class around our bedrooms, in part because I'm reclaiming my bedroom and I have some more steps I want to do. I'm reclaiming my home. I'm reclaiming my home in my bedroom after splitting up with my daughter's father, and she and I stayed in our home. So we need a lot of new energy, and we've been doing that, and it's going very well. And I am ready for the next step in my bedroom. And I wanted to teach a class because, I think we teach what we need, right? So, but I was feeling really stuck on it. And as I was journaling this morning, what really came up was a fear around unlodging old traumas. Because when you think about it, there's often a lot of trauma that happens in bedrooms. As children, as grown-ups, especially as women. And I didn't want, the good girl in me didn't want to cause anybody any pain. But I know in my work, this connecting our homes and our souls, sometimes we have to go through a lot of darkness to recognize where our homes are not supporting us and why. And a lot of times it's rooted in our childhood. We're not talking about how profoundly our homes impact our well-being. We often talk about how much the environment affects us, but we don't really get down to saying like, wow, you just spend an hour at therapy every week for years and you do all this energy work and personal development and you're doing all this stuff, and yet maybe you're surrounded in your home by beautiful things, but yet still remind you of past traumas. Or they might not even remind you. The whole experience of home might have been traumatic for any gajillion reasons of how you grew up and how you experienced home as a child. So I am still boldly going to go there. But yeah, our homes really can lift us up, but they can also drag us down and be a great source of pain or a great source of joy. And I find that in order to often get to the joy, we have to go through some of the muck and the decluttering. I've been talking about decluttering for years, and a lot of that is, just emotional stuff, because our stuff is so impacted with all the stories that it carries. Everything holds memories and stories within it that our brain is constantly processing, and our body is feeling all those emotions. That's why clutter can be so overwhelming. And really, clutter doesn't have to be piles of crap. I think, sometimes the most minimalistic homes can be clutter because the stuff in them is triggering, if not trauma, at least negative feelings. I saw part of a documentary that two young men did about minimalism. And their minimalism was a response to growing up with poor single moms who, one I remember said, that she collected everything because she never knew when she would need something and not have the money to get it. So she hoarded stuff. And hence that was his response, was to be a minimalist, which to me is not a joyful choice. That to me sounds like, with a lot of compassion, a trauma response. So it's like, if I just clear everything out of my home except the most minimal basic stuff, maybe then it won't hurt. Or we can go the other way and say, maybe if I hold on to everything, I won't have to feel the pain of letting it go or dealing with it. Ouch, God. But that's why I do in my Facebook group, in Haven of My Enlightenment, HOME, we do empowered hours, because it's a place that it's a co-working time that we can connect and do hard things together. The collective energy lifts us up, and you don't have to come to a group to do that. You can do it with a friend. I also find there's a website called focusmate.com. It's a wonderful co-working space. I have met so many lovely, lovely, amazing people doing co-working from all over the world. You do 50 or 25-minute sessions, and you just show up at the beginning and say, this is what I'm going to do, and you do it. And at the end, you check in and you celebrate. So I'm just going to say that for today. I hope that you can find the courage to look at what might be triggering something in your home and let it go, or find support to heal from it. Because your home has so much potential to support you and uplift you and feel like the safest haven in the world. It can be a healing modality and a creative medium and a tool for manifesting. All right, more to come. Thanks for joining me. Mwah.